I love you. Alright, get out. Ah! I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you. I'm so nice to her. No, she's not. Hello everyone, my name is Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. Here on YouTube I upload videos that are very girly, bougie on a budget, lifestyle, chronic illness and disability awareness, as well as very queer friendly and LGBTQ. But for today's video I'm so excited because I am doing another highly requested video, and that is how I shower with a PICC line and how I shower with pots, just some chronic illness shower tips, because showering is a task when you have chronic illness or disabilities. It is a planned event in your day for most people because it takes a lot of energy. And a lot of us who have like fainting conditions such as POTS, where hot conditions such as the shower can be super dangerous. And my EMT girlfriend has already explained to me about how dangerous it is to pass out or fall in the shower. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to be giving you all of the shower spoonie tips and hacks that I use on a day-to-day basis to ensure that my shower experience is as safe and uneventful as possible. But before we get into this video, don't forget to stop what you're doing and subscribe to join the family, and don't forget to turn on that bell so that you know whenever I upload. I'm hooked up to fluids right now as per usual, basically all day every day. But so let's get right on into it. This is how I shower with a PICC line, POTS, and just some chronic illness shower tips. So if you don't know what POTS is, I have several videos about it on my channel, but I have POTS as well as gastroparesis, which is why I have my PICC line here. But it's used for my seizure medication, my nausea medication, my TPN for my gastroparesis. So it's a very multi-purpose thing, and this is what I do my fluid infusions through as well. So if you don't know, PICC lines, which stands for peripherally inserted central catheter, it's a central line that goes into my heart, they can't get wet. There is a do not get it wet at all rule, because if it gets wet, then it's not going to stay airtight and sterile, which can cause sepsis, which is not a good thing because we don't want any infections. So it's super important to make sure that your PICC stays dry when you shower. So that's super important. And also, as I mentioned with POTS, oftentimes very hot conditions, which a shower can be hot depending on how hot you take your showers, which I don't know about you, but I love hot showers. It's just so relaxing, but they're so bad for me. Yeah, with POTS, fainting is always a possibility. First tip is to have a shower chair / sitting in the shower. So I definitely started off just sitting in the shower, but I found that standing up and sitting down was way too far for me, way too big of a postural change, even though I was just sitting and then standing. So shower chair keeps you stable, keeps you in the same location, keeps you sitting, so it helps to keep your heart rate down. Using a shower chair is just overall safer. If you fall, you don't fall as far or as hard. I just have a plain shower chair. Some people's have a back, which can be also another safety thing, but mine is just flat and it's worked great for me. I love my shower chair and I will always use one. Because like I said, I used to always sit in the shower anyway. It's just the postural change just became too much. And it makes it a lot easier for me to stand up and get out when I'm done. And it's just, shower chairs are fantastic. Highly recommend 100%. In terms of PICC line safety in the shower, I bring you a PICC line cover. So they sell these on Carenware, they sell these on Amazon. This one's actually from Amazon. So basically this goes on your arm and it's like an airtight little suction thing. So this is very rubbery and tight. So you just pull it up, cover your PICC line, and this way you can have a guard on your PICC line so that it doesn't get directly wet or impacted. I always recommend you wrapping up your PICC line in some way, whether you wear a PICC line cover and then put something like this on to knock the water off, or if you just put a sleeve, that's what I typically do. I wrap up my extenders in my sleeve and I just make sure it's covered so it has an extra layer of protection in case this does leak the slightest bit. It's just extra safety for your PICC line to stay extra dry. My next tip is to not have the water too hot and to change the temperature as you need it. So especially if you're there alone, definitely I would not recommend blasting the hot water on yourself, especially if you are a faint risk, seizure risk, etc. I do not recommend having streaming hot water. Something I do is I'll make it as warm as I can tolerate it without it being too hot to where I feel like I'm gonna get dizzy and pass out. And if I do at any point in time start to feel dizzy or start to feel weird, I will turn on cold water, and that is almost like an instant body calm down. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it, but if you get too hot, if you do want to take a hot shower, you want some mental health relief, which I totally understand, totally feel you, do it just below the hot that you want, and make sure you alternate between hot and cool temperatures, because the cool temperature will help to regulate you so that you don't overheat and pass out, have a medical episode. So that is kind of my loophole for still taking really warm showers, but I do have to scatter it with cold water bursts because I will literally get symptomatic. So shower at night, definitely recommend this. This honestly definitely varies for me day to day. Sometimes I wake up in the morning sweaty and I'm like, okay, I feel gross, I want to shower, and I will take a shower. But then I typically have to leave at least anywhere from 1 to 4 hours for me to recover after that shower. So typically I prefer showering at night because I can set everything up or have Auden set everything, and I can shower and then I can just hook up and pass out, basically just go to sleep right after. I find it's definitely more efficient in terms of I'm able to get so much more done when I shower at night versus when I shower in the morning. When I shower in the morning, my days are a lot shorter and a lot less productive, so I typically almost always try to shower at night just so that I can reserve as much energy as possible. So my next tip is pick line related. It is to keep your arm out of the direct stream of the shower. So this can be done consciously, just sitting on a shower chair, not directly in the stream of your shower. If you do have difficulty doing that in your shower due to limited space, I recommend getting a detachable shower head. Once we got one of these, it was literally life-changing because it's perfect because you can take it off the wall and control exactly where the stream of water is going so that you can avoid your pick line. Because even though this is good protection, it keeps it overall very dry, especially if you have something under it protecting it on top of this. You're typically fine, but I highly recommend, I would not sit directly under the water stream with your arm in it. And a very efficient way to do that is to have a detachable shower head. So my next tip is to have a shower buddy and or someone at home while you are showering. This is my girlfriend. Yeah. She's my personal shower companion. That's my official job. Literally the other day I was showering and my mom dropped something like in the house and she ran into the bathroom and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, it wasn't me, I promise I'm fine." Because she dropped it in the other bathroom that is not like 3 feet down the hall. Yeah. It was something dropping in the shower, and I didn't hear her make any noises or anything. I had like a split second, I was like, Lindsay! Lindsay! I didn't just like rush in and like rip the shower curtain over. I like called in first. So like I was like, I promise it wasn't me. But like if she hadn't said anything, the way that I'd be in there in seconds. Yeah. She keeps me safe. Give me a heart attack. Give me a heart attack. Love you. I love you. Yes, even if you don't have someone, you know, to shower with, you can always save water. It saves water. It does save water. That's very true. Someone in the household. I don't recommend showering when you're home alone, because if something does happen, then you were SOL. You know, like unless you have a service animal who can contact emergency services or an emergency number. Yeah. I don't recommend showering alone if you are a syncope, fall risk, or a seizure risk. If you have hit your head, please seek other types of medical help. You know, it's just, even if you think you're fine, it could be something more down the road. Like Lindsay has told her story multiple times. She's had multiple concussions, and the more you have, the easier it is to get the next one. So even if you think you're fine, please just do some type of check in with yourself. Like if you do hit your head, make sure you don't have any wounds or anything, and just be cautious. Yes, and talk to your doctors if you have concerns. Yes. Immediately.
I am a volunteer EMT, so I do respond to calls where like people have fallen in the shower, and it's just like sometimes it's like, yeah, we should take you in to get checked, and other times it's just like, it's good that you checked, but you're okay. If something changes, you can call us back, obviously. You know, if you call for emergency services and we decide that you don't need to go, we're not like upset about that, because I know that that's a concern for some people when they call. They don't want to be wasting your time. You are never wasting our time if you're calling for help, even if we don't take you anywhere, okay? So always call if you feel you need it.
Yes, sir. I love you.
I love you.
Alright, get out. Ah! I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you. I'm so nice to her.
No, she's so mean. She's so mean.
Don't lie to the Famurray. I love you. What?
Ah.
I love you. Okay. I am not leaving. By leaving, she means shifting to the other side of the bed. I didn't even notice that this part of my hair just totally came out of my bun. Let's redo it. It's bothering me a little bit. And then we'll get back to the
I think you're gonna say hi.
Stinky Lou!
Say hi. Hello!
I have a video about this stinky girl coming soon.
Yeah, that's better. Is that more comfortable, baby?
I got your butt. She's our baby.
It's our baby. She's so tolerant of us. She does not like being held or being touchy, but she's so tolerant.
She's so good. She knows mama's need to squeeze. She's like, okay, I'm dead. Okay. Good girl. So another tip is to get a non-slip bathtub mats that you can put in your tub so that they're not as slippery. Definitely recommend those, because especially if you have reduced mobility, pots makes me super wobbly and not on balance. So if you have a non-slip bath mat, it provides a more stable base whether it's wet or dry. Having a grab bar is also great to give you something else to grab onto and push on to get some extra mobility assistance in the shower, especially if you are standing up or whatever you need. Have your shower supplies, your shampoo, your soap, your conditioner, your razor if you shave, your shaving gel, your face cleanser, whatever you use in the shower. Make sure that it is everything within arm's distance. So just before you get in the shower, just bring it down, set it on the side of the tub, set it on whatever. So that way when you're sitting in your shower chair, you just bend over and grab it rather than having to stand up, change your postural change. So just have everything within arm's reach before you shower so that you don't have to get up and down, grabbing stuff out of your shower storage. Also, another way to reduce water exposure to your PICC line is baths, because since you're just sitting in a tub of water, definitely make sure you don't sink your arm into the water because it will leak. It will not protect your arm. I've made that mistake once. It's a nice way to have something for your arm to sit on while you're in warm water. It's definitely really relaxing, and it makes sure that water is not directly on your PICC line. It lessens your infection risk. Have your soaps and shampoos and conditioners in a pump style if you can. It's really personally up to you, but if you do have it in a pump, you can just pump it, get your product and use it rather than having to pick up a bottle, especially if it's big and heavy and slippery because everything's wet in the shower. So something else that's super helpful is to have a long-handled loofah, because this allows you to wash your body without significantly having to move your posture and cause dizziness and issues. Make sure you leave your bathroom door open or cracked and / have a fan on if you do have that accessible to you, because that will help steam to not collect, because if steam collects in the bathroom, that can just make it even more hotter and steamy and syncopy conditions basically. So definitely make sure you leave your door at least cracked and or open with a fan on to have the most airflow so that you avoid steam collection, so that you don't get too hot. And my last but certainly not least tip is that worst comes to worst, if you really can't shower, if you are flaring, if you are having a bad day, don't shower. Don't push yourself. Don't do it. Literally just put on some deodorant, brush your teeth, throw on some perfume, put some dry shampoo in your hair and call it a day. There is no shame in doing that. I've done it plenty of times, more than I can count. In fact, I use dry shampoo more often than I probably use real shampoo. So That's the spoonie life. All right, everyone. Well, that is it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful if you're a fellow spoonie who has pots or a central line or a pick line. I hope it was helpful to get some shower tips on how to manage / shower. That is it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below any video requests, and don't forget to stop what you're doing and subscribe to join the Famurray. I love you all so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.